Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and Napoli have gone ahead and they have gotten the job done. They needed to win this game against Udinese and they have won this game in the end at 3-1. They made life tough for themselves, but in the end they somehow went ahead and they got the job done. So let's go ahead and talk about it. As I said, it really did not need to be that tough for Napoli, but it is a Napoli. They like to make things tough for them. They got dethroned last weekend, so it was a much needed a win for them. They needed a response and they gave a response in a very good way, but it was not easy for them. In the first half it was quite a balanced game. They really did not play up to their potential. I felt Napoli, I just think that maybe the last week's defeat was on their mind, that it was not clicking for them in that first half. They really did not create that much as well. They had the possession, but they were not really able to do anything with that, and somehow someway they left got behind as well. Napoli, Udinese get a free hit. Lobotaka, hits the ball hits his hand in the penalty area. They get Udinese get the penalty. They miss, the goalkeeper saves it, but they score on the rebound, and Udinese take the surprise lead 1-0. And we go into the second half with Napoli leading. But in that second half, I mean, that they showed why they were on the top of the table for almost 10 match days. The way that they basically destroyed Udinese in that second half, it was a really good performance from Antonio Conte's men. The way that they just went away, the way they moved the ball, it was really good to watch Napoli in that second half. They were, the difference between them and Udinese was so much, like the difference of the players. It was really good. The first goal, like the two former Manchester United players combining, McTominay, the way he picked Romelu Lukaku for that goal was really good. A great pass from him. I still think they, Udinese could have stopped that pass, but I cannot take any credit away from McTominay. It was a really good pass from him, and Lukaku goes ahead and slots it in the back of the net. Whenever Napoli need somebody to step up, whenever Napoli needs somebody, to bring them back into the game, it is always Romelu Lukaku, and again it was him. They take the lead and they continue. Like, they really did not stop. As I said, it was chance after chance. You just knew that it was not a matter of if, but it was a matter of when Napoli are going to go ahead and score. They scored that second goal. It became Nassim made a great run, but it ended up being an own goal by Udinese. It becomes 2-0, and then again in the end makes it 3-1 for Napoli to make sure that they get all the 3 points that they needed in this game. It was I will keep on saying that second half, the way that they moved the ball in that second half was the main reason that they won the game. In the first half they had the possession as well, but I just felt like, just like Arsenal today, like they were very slow in that first half. There was no quickness, there was no sharpness in their passing in that first half, and that sort of helped Udinese because they would have preferred to keep the game slow. They would have wouldn't like that Napoli to play that quick counter-attacking football. The tempo, they would have liked that tempo to be really low. And Udinese in the first half it was quite low, but in the second half they played quite a high tempo. They were quite quick. The passes were there, and that helped them. Udinese were not really able to cope with that, with the way that Napoli were playing, and it became quite easy for them in the second half to play around them and to go ahead and score the goals. And they went ahead and they did it, and they got the important 3 points. They are still second. Atalanta, as I say, they won already before. 10 straight wins for Atalanta. They are at the top of the table, but Napoli, even though they have lost, they are on the second position. They cannot let that affect their mindset. They are still 2 points behind Atalanta, but they need to make sure that they keep on winning, and they hope that Atalanta slip up, and then when Atalanta slip up, Napoli are there to take advantage of that. And that is what Antonio Conte would have been saying to his players, that it doesn't matter what happened last weekend. You need to concentrate on the, just take it game by game. That's the main thing. Take it game by game, and we'll see what happens. We're going to make sure that we are there when Atalanta slip up, and we take advantage of that. And I think it is the best way to to go. There were a lot of critics that Napoli are not, not scoring enough goals and whatnot, but after today's performance, I don't think anybody's going to question that. And the way that they played in that second half, they could have easily had 4 or 5, if I'm being very honest with you. Udinese were, completely tore apart by Napoli in that second half. Udinese, on the other hand, I mean, it was an okay sort of performance. I think they would be really happy with that first half performance. I don't want to be overcritical, but I would say that it was, even though it was a good performance, but it came to a fruit because of how bad Napoli were. I think that was the thing. They had the lead. They could have easily, defended that lead, but in the second half they really couldn't do anything. And I think the manager would be quite disappointed with how his players just basically let Napoli, roam around and let them have their fun, and they really couldn't. They really did not see any attempt from Udinese in that second half from the players. Like there were no, if you are not really able to, play the opponent in terms of skill, you can go ahead and get some physical, let the players know that you are there. It's not going to be very easy for you to, go ahead and play your beautiful football and make a fool out of us. But unfortunately, Udinese players did not do it. Like they just let it happen to them. And Napoli had their fun with it. They needed to go ahead and make, a couple of tough tackles, make them know, try to beat them physically. If you're not able to defeat them quality wise, try to be physical with them. But they really did not do that, and it was an easy win for Napoli. They dropped down to 9th. They are on 28 points, but they are just 10 points away from the Venezia, who are on at the 20th in the table. So it is, still hanging in the balance. I don't think they are in the relegation battle at the moment, but because how tight the league is, maybe the next by next weekend, if they lose another game and the teams below them win, we might be talking about Udinese being in the relegation battle. But at the moment, I would say they are safe. But I would say they will be quite, the fans and the manager would be quite disappointed with how they played in that second half, and they really could not defend well against Napoli. That is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Napoli's performance, how they came back in the game. Let me know what you guys think of Conte as a side. Do you think maybe something can happen, maybe they can go ahead and get back to that top position that they lost last weekend, or do you think they are going to falter away and even further, or they are going to keep on chasing Atalanta? Let me know in the comment section below. And about Udinese as well, I mean, they started the season really good. Udinese, if you look at the first couple of months, they were right at the top, top 6, top 7, but they have just faltered away, and they are not really able to win anything. They're not able to win any games, and they have been quite inconsistent. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comment section below as well. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe. Become in the spirit of the Christmas. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and help it grow. Act like Santa Claus and help me in getting to the 400 subscribers before the end of this year. And click on that notification bell as well. So you don't miss out on any of my content. Whenever I drop it, you can be sure that you can go ahead and get the notification about it. Until next time, bye bye.